What is going on, everybody? Welcome to Lineman Life Live. It is I, your brother Lineman Uche Nwaneri, here with you. Got Justin Blaylock, my co-host, and my two special guests who are, during the season, co-hosts Life on Wednesdays, Urinating Tree, and the bowling friend, 5 points.
I did that for Dumpster Fire last week. It's still on there.
Yeah, I don't know why. I guess I'll be just the boring friend from now on.
Mm-hmm. So, the draft is upon us. It's draft week in the NFL, and we got a mock draft that we're going to get into. But taking a quick look through some of the current news in the NFL, looks like the Packers are trying to make a big trade, or in talks with the Raiders to try and make a big trade, apparently. That is Darren Waller, tight end, Pro Bowl tight end from the Las Vegas Raiders. They're trying to make a move to get him because, you know, they lost their primary after the season. And I guess they're trying to – go ahead.
But does Aaron Rodgers really look for his tight end? They had Jimmy Graham, didn't they?
Robert Tonyan got a bunch of looks from the Packers when he was healthy. So my question is, I don't know why they'd want Waller when they have Tonyan unless they want to roll a two tight end set.
Maybe that might be able to help Rodgers. I'm just saying, like, I don't know.
I think Waller's somebody you can slide him, put him in the slot, you can put him on the outside. He's really
pretty versatile.
He can play each position in the receiving core as well as tight end. So I don't think you're losing anything, or I don't think that you're like limiting yourself by trying to get him. But I just feel like at the end of the day, the Packers still need a number one receiver.
Yeah,
they still need a legitimate deep threat, somebody who threatens to have at least two players on him for the majority of the day.
Ideally, that's what probably be looking at, like Jameson Williams or Drake London, but you'd probably have to trade up for those two.
Olave.
Most likely.
Olave would fit.
I mean, it's supposed to be a deep receiver draft, so
yeah, that's what they said last year after the first
right. But yeah, adding a tight end is just lipstick on a pig. You know?
Yeah.
Even though I love Waller, but he's no spring chicken, and that back starts acting up.
Yeah, once his back flares up, he's done for half the season. It's just like the
back. Look, I used to clown athletes. Like I listen, not really clown, but I'd be like, "Why can't you play with your back?" Right? And then one day I lifted something wrong, and my back like hurt like for 4 hours.
You're like, oh, that's why.
I was like, I cannot move right now. I can't breathe. I can't do nothing. This is terrible.
Everything connects to the fucking back.
Yeah,
like shit you didn't think of. Like, why does it hurt my back to piss? Like, what the fuck?
Oh yeah,
that makes no sense at all.
There was one. I guess this was like maybe my second year into retirement. I'm like sitting in my man cave playing video games, and I'm like, I gotta go take a piss. So I try to stand up. And I got stuck halfway up, and I was like, and it was like, and I was like, hey, what's going on? What's going on? I was like, I tried to stand up, couldn't do it. So I grabbed the wall, and I'm like bent over with my arms up against the walls, like trying to like pull myself along the wall to get to the bathroom. I was like, you know what? I think I'm going to chiropractor tomorrow.
That's when you learn to stretch before you get up. When you're just like, oh, wait.
God.
Let me, like, now I know that I get lightheaded when I stand up too quick. So I have a whole process involved. I'm like, all right.
That happens to me
to
too.
The bed. We'll sit up. Okay, let's count to 10.
Oh yeah. When I like jump up, when I jump up for hockey games, just like, whoa, you get like that little like, whoa, and then it just like comes back. Yeah. But it's just like, it's been a pain in the ass for me for like 10 years.
Yeah, it's tough, man. It's tough. You got to have a whole process involved. Anyway,
orthostatic hypotension.
Welcome to old lineman life.
Lineman life. Old school lineman life.
Yeah. And look at Ben Simmons. He's 25 and he missed the whole season with that shit. If you believe he's actually hurt.
Well, yeah, I think it's like with the way he's dressing, he might actually be hurt in that regard.
Hey, exactly. What?
You can't
Brendan,
dress like
what's
that.
His name?
You can't dress like that without putting some energy into it.
Dude's dressing like Cam Newton without the Cam Newton flair.
See, the problem I have with Ben Simmons is it's like he don't fit the profile of someone that just wants to be out there. Maybe he does. Like, I mean, that's your job. You love basketball. You're a basketball player.
Well,
you probably want to play, but he hasn't shown anything in the past that says, man, I got to be with my teammates. You know,
I think it was like a situation where last offseason he just got shit so hard, and it was the first time he had dealt with like that massive amount of adversity that it kind of broke him. Like, if you think about it, like he had like, you know, he went to LSU, did well, #1 pick in the draft, has all this praise, never really got criticized for anything, and then he's suddenly like, oh, you know, everyone thinks about him passing on a layup to pass inexplicably, and then he just gets dumped on. I mean, just dumped on.
Yeah.
Because the dude couldn't shoot anything. He
never could shoot.
He couldn't shoot a free throw, a jump shot, a 3-point shot. He couldn't hit layups. He didn't know how to pass to people when they're wide open in crucial moments in the game. Like, he literally fucked off the entire series and then demanded to be traded like he had done something that year. And then he gets to Brooklyn. And what has he done in Brooklyn? Nothing.
He hasn't played a game.
He hasn't suited up.
No.
He hasn't even suited up. And but you know what? There's one perfect characterization of this. Since we're talking about Ben Simmons, I thought you guys might like this. This shit was hilarious as hell to me. We're gonna watch this.
Right, Charles on defense.
Let's see this.
Right, we're supposed to win the finals. We're down 2-0. Right, pressure's unbearable. Right, I'm checking B-Rat G from Malibu. It should be a piece of cake. Right, instead I get the cleanest crossover by a white man since Bruce Jenner. Right, I mean, guys, it's just embarrassing. Right, I mean, even Mary J. Blige trying to coach us. All right, now I'm game 4. All right, we're gonna run the offense through me. Hey, hold up, man. This dude ain't played basketball in over a year. He come to the game dressed like a Gatorade field. Y'all savior? Well, there's no dress code on the sideline. So. Man, last time we heard from you, you was running out of Philly like the Fresh Prince. And matter of fact, didn't Devin Booker take your girl? That's not the truth. So if y'all want to know what actually happened, I can tell y'all, but that's not the truth. So really, I was in Philly and she was in LA, and so there was a lot of distance. Well, before that, all right, Charles on defense, right?
Look at his outfit. He is just sticking out like a sore thumb.
Dude looks like a mascot for the Syracuse Orangemen.
Like Gatorade Fierce.
Gatorade Fierce. I haven't heard that in like 20 years.
Shit.
Anyways, that was man, I've been waiting to show that to somebody
the
entire day.
I saw that this afternoon.
Because I've been dying off that. He said this is the cleanest crossover by a white man since Bruce Jenner.
Those Kardashian and Jenner girls are some bad fucking luck.
They are some life destroyers.
Look at Devin Booker now. Like ruins Ben Simmons' back. Now this fucker tore his hamstring off the bone. Like,
dude, I'm telling you, the Kardashians literally were their entire aura was created with black voodoo magic. Because every nigga they get around, they destroy that motherfucker in a heartbeat. His career's over. If you date them, your career is going to end within 56 weeks. Your career is going to be over.
But here's the thing, right?
Enjoy it.
Is there one woman in the world that you would stop if you're single and Kim Kardashian wants to date you? You're not like, no.
And that's the problem. It's like, but every single one of them, as soon as they get with one of the Kardashians, you're like, yeah, maybe I got it. It's to the end of time now. Like, I'm a billionaire with this chick.
Well, if they're just call them spiders. Just call them spiders, because at the end of the day, like, you have sex with them, then they kill you.
They fucking eat your soul after you produce a child, after you help them produce a child.
Hey, I mean,
their kids are going to be supermodels, and their kids are going to have their own TV shows and everything in 15 years.
That's the price
and it's never going to stop because they got the formula. Fuck them.
Hey,
destroy them.
Guess what? There's a line around the fucking block So still do it.
Cats waiting to get their lives.
Yeah, they're just waiting.
Come on.
Reggie Bush would do it twice.
I'm gonna be a household name. I'm probably gonna make some great bread out of it.
Yep.
You know,
already know.
It's worth, dating them or hell, marrying them. Shit ain't gonna last more than 2 years.
Yep.
I know it.
She'll just get sick of your ass, and then you're out in the
And
cold.
then they'll toss you to the side. She even tossed Kanye West to the side. Kanye got his ass
She had
tossed.
2 kids with him too.
2 kids and made him. And I mean, look, okay, he's bipolar, but she made it seem like this motherfucker is beyond. Like he's in psychotic mode.
She broke his ass.
What do they call it? Shake him and break him. She shook him and broke his ass in half.
Hey, please break me like that. Break me to the tune of $6 million.
That's what I'm saying. Pete Davidson was sitting alone in his New York apartment, just beating off, and Kim Kardashian was like, "What are you doing?" He was like, "I'm in there. I'm dating her." Like that's what I'm saying.
I'm next.
Like that. If there's a woman on the planet that everyone will just drop everything for, it's Kim Kardashian. There's not many others like that.
Yeah.
So
she got him.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, voodoo magic. That shit just, she's you can't resist her. All right, so we got our mock draft set up right here with Pro Football Focus. Now I haven't started it yet, but I guess we'll do this, in a pretty straightforward, streamlined way. We'll kind of go through with each pick. We'll very briefly discuss, because we'll be on the clock, I'm assuming. We'll briefly discuss, who we think the pick is. I will hold as my position as the Jaguars, so I'll be making that first pick myself. But
do you think they trade out of the number 1?
Nobody wants it. I think they want to, but they
who
can't.
Wants to go up that high?
But the only thing I'm thinking, if like the things about Malik Willis potentially going to 2 are true, maybe somebody panics and moves up to 1. That's the only way I can see it being traded.
But why would you move up to 1? Who's going to steal Malik Willis unless you're
Carolina? That's the only one I can think of.
Okay, Carolina's picking 6.
Maybe the Giants.
Right? Well, they got Giants, 2 picks in the top 10.
I would shit myself if the Giants.
Seattle.
Like in a bad way.
Ooh, the Giants got 2 in the first 10.
Mm-hmm. Justin Fields trade.
Yeah, the Justin Fields trade. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm hoping for double the salt from 5 this year.
I think the Giants they stand pat, and I think the Jaguars stand pat.
New York teams have 4 picks in the top 10.
Yeah,
between the Jets and Giants.
Hey, hold on, no. Look at what it says next to the Texans.
Oh, the Texans, all positions. I saw that
every
earlier.
position. These motherfuckers disrespectful as fuck. Ain't nobody in the league got that by their name except for the Texans.
God. That's what they need.
They got him. Jack Easterby's got him.
Well, actually, that means he's the Antichrist. There is no God.
But what's that say about David Culley? If I won 4 games with a team that needs everything, but I get
I thought he should have kept his job. Honestly,
he should have kept his job. I believe.
They paid him $25 million.
Pay me $20 million. I'll walk away.
Yeah,
no problem.
Walk away proud too.
No hard feelings.
Right.
We gave it everything we had.
I feel like they wanted Josh McCown so bad, but they couldn't actually sell it to the fan base without them destroying it. So they said, what?
They burned Reliant down.
Levy Smith. No, they burned the Astrodome down too. And they'd be like, okay, you know what? Let's just get Levy Smith. Let's punt it for another year. That's what it seems like to me.
Yeah. Yeah. And then they'll have fired 2 coaches in 2 years.
All right, Josh. Also, just coach any college, and we'll come get you next year.
Yeah. We'll save you.
Community college, I don't give a fuck. Just get some, beyond high school experience. And
University of Phoenix.
Yes.
Yeah. What do you think these Jaguars do,
Uche? Look, man.
It's
not going to be possible to trade out of this pick this year. I don't see it happening. Even though that is the best decision, like that's really the best move they can make is to get out of number 1. But of course, in a year when the Jags get the number 1 pick for the 2nd year in a row, it's a terrible draft. So you can't get out of that position.
What do you feel about that? What do you feel about all the smoke coming out about like everybody wanting a separate player? I know, I think Doug Peterson wants to come at Kwonu, and
I believe it.
Shad Khan wants Aiden Hutchinson, and Balky wants Trayvon
Shad Khan,
Walker.
of course, Shad Khan would want to go for the razzle dazzle name, which is that's where I'll be like, look, Shad, shut the fuck up.
Right.
You don't know how to pick. You already showed that you don't know what you're doing here. So you hired me to do this? Shut the fuck up, okay?
All you do is write checks. Just write checks.
Respectfully.
Right. When Trent Balky.
I said all due respect.
Right.
I said with all due respect. What do you want from me here?
You can't be mad. You can't be mad.
So if I'm the Jaguars, look, you have, at the end of the day, I feel like Cam Robinson has signed his tender for franchise. So you can punt the left tackle position for 1 year, or you can take a left tackle and set him up for being the year 2 or year 3 starter, which that would be a good way of cultivating for the future to get a left tackle that you don't have to have the pressure on to play right now, that you can get him groomed and trained and ready to go, because Cam Robinson probably won't take another tender. And if he doesn't have a great year this year, you don't got to give him no money. You just move up your left tackle that you drafted number 1 overall. If they're not going to do that, I think you look at the defensive end spot, and maybe you go for, or you look at the D line spot. Maybe you go for the defensive tackle from Georgia. Maybe you go for the defensive end from Georgia. One of those two, I wouldn't have a problem with. Maybe you go for the outside backer. I don't know names. Outside backer. I mean, since this isn't a true number 1 year, now the outside backer from Alabama. What is it, number 3, number 31?
Oh, God dang!
The cat we were seeing on film just make every play he wanted to.
Yeah. He was 31.
That could be potentially a good pick.
Did he leave school?
Is it? Oh shit, he may not even be.
I feel like he would be a much bigger deal if he was.
Yeah.
In the draft class, because they wouldn't be talking about these cats from Georgia. Well, not
the
as
Georgia
much about
the
these
Georgia
cats.
D line.
Trayvon Walker, I think they were talking about him at number
Trayvon
1.
Walker.
Yeah, he's the big
Trayvon Walker. That's what I'm thinking of. Trayvon Walker would be somebody that
he was 44, I think.
Yeah, that's I mean, you can make a number 1 overall pick on defense and you'll be fine. I think it'd be a mistake to go for Aiden Hutchinson, because he's just not. He's a guy that we only heard about in Big Ten play. As soon as he played top tier Big Ten or top tier out of conference, he disappeared. He wasn't a factor. I don't think that guy's going to be a factor the way that some are trying to hype him up to be. I would go either Charles Cross at number 1 if I'm going to prepare for the future. I think Ikwonu is very raw. Justin knows that. The kid ain't got no technique. He is strong as shit. He can explode and he bodies people just because he's playing hard, but
that don't work.
If you're trying to develop like a tackle, wouldn't Ikwonu work out in that situation though? So you have a year to groom him.
If you have that year, which it sounds like, I mean,
it's 50-50.
They have it.
If you have that year, you got Cam Robinson right now, left tackle. If you have that year to groom and to coach, Ikwonu's an investment. But an investment as an offensive lineman is like a couple years. So he could be if he's not ready to play next year, he's going to be forced to play. So
and I also don't think he's a left tackle either.
And and he's not quite a left tackle guy.
Even if developed, correctly, I think he's
I think
kicks
Cross,
inside
Charles,
or maybe goes over to the right. Maybe.
I think Charles Cross is the most has the highest ceiling of all the left tackles. I think if you're going to go left tackle, prepare for the. I like Evan Neal. He's athletic. He's strong, but I think Cross has better technique.
I agree wholeheartedly.
I don't know. You make me comfortable with all these options.
You couldn't go wrong. I mean, I wouldn't.
You couldn't go wrong with either. But if you're really like,
I wouldn't begrudge that pick.
Yeah. If you feel like there's going to be a chance, if you ask me which one of these two offensive tackles could be a perennial Pro Bowler, I would say Cross would be the perennial Pro Bowler.
Yep.
Over time.
Okay. So who you putting down?
I'm taking Charles Cross at number 1.
Wow. You better call up Shad. You better DM Shad.
Jags go Jags. So
Yeah, Jags will jag and take Hutchinson. That's the way it'll be.
All right.
It'll get caught up in the sexiness.
So now we got these Lions on the clock. Their needs are QB, linebacker, and defensive back. Ooh, look, you got Derek Stingley, cornerback out of LSU. I feel like LSU cornerbacks, you can't go wrong with them.
It just took Okudah.
Yeah.
Like with the highest, Okudah was the highest drafted DB.
And he's been shitty.
Yeah, he was hurt.
Yeah, he had the torn Achilles last year.
Yeah, so he might not even be ready to go this year. So.
Yeah. Like, I feel like they'll go two routes. I feel like they'll go Aiden Hutchinson, local boy, high profile edge rusher, bring people in the seats, could mesh well with Dan Campbell's system, or they go out of left field and choose Malik Willis because they think he's the real deal. I could see either or, to be honest with you. Ideally, I mean, if it were logically, it'd probably be Hutchinson. Like, Detroit could probably get a nice quarterback early second.
Yeah, he was there. If he's there, hell yeah.
I would do Hutchinson there. Just now I'm thinking with like the marketing mind. Like you said.
Yeah, I think Detroit would take him.
Yeah, I'm getting butts and seats.
That's
local boy.
That's easy for butts and seats.
Hometown boy makes good.
Mm-hmm. You can make him the face of your defense immediately.
Yeah.
Start building with him. I like that. Aiden Hutchinson goes to the Lions at pick 2. That'd be a nice little flip. I'm telling you, man, we're gonna have us a good little first round draft here. Now on the clock, we got the Texans, and it says they need every position possible. So where do you start when you say you need every position filled?
I think that means you got to drop down and gather as many picks as you can get. But
if you can drop down,
who wants to move up?
Unless like somebody's like really desperate for Derek Stingley.
Yeah, that's the only thing. I don't think anyone's.
And nobody needs a cornerback until you get to Atlanta. And Atlanta,
they're 8, right?
Yeah, Atlanta's at 8. If Atlanta tried to move up for Stingley, I think they might wait. Because you got the Jets need him too. Yeah. The Jets need a cornerback too.
I think they go corner.
Ooh, yeah, they wouldn't. Yeah, and I don't think that the Texans can trade out of that spot.
Are there no wideouts? No wideouts high enough for the Jets?
Jameson Williams is the only one I can think of that's even thought about going top 5.
The Jets have so many options, but I don't know what the Texans do, honestly. Like, it's just they just seem like if they're
close your eyes and pick somebody.
Yeah, right. Best available player.
Ideally would be tackle, but you already have Titus Howard and Laramie Tunsil. So
you can never. That's the thing, though. You got to take best player available, right? Like, you can never have enough offensive linemen. Right? Like,
you can never have enough pass rushers. Mm-hmm. I could have it. I mean, give me 6 offensive linemen.
That's true. You're right. I mean, the Giants won a Super Bowl just by putting pass rusher after pass rusher out there. Twice they did it.
Yeah.
Just by throwing people at the quarterback. So I don't know, man.
So because you're not rolling offensive linemen in. You kind of. I mean, people get hurt. I get it, but right. I can have a room full of 8 pass rushers, and we're gonna fuck people up. Just go.
Yeah, if you got a steady flow of defensive linemen, and the good thing is if you got good defensive linemen that you can move around from D end to DT to run like stunts with to keep them in the game for extended periods, man, that's a nightmare.
I bet y'all hated that shit. I'll be like, y'all back again? God damn it!
I mean, I played against that Giants D line that it was post Michael Strahan though, so this was like 2009 or 2010, I believe.
Yeah.
Dude,
they still have some guys.
We were in New York, and we were walking their ass around the field. But then in the second half, these cats just start going. I mean, they had a lot of defensive linemen just coming in fresh as hell.
Because usually like when the first group goes out, it gets a breather. You're like, oh, okay, I can relax a little bit. Time to dial up the fucking flea flicker and all this stupid shit that we've been running on. But when the guy comes in, you're like, oh man, who's this guy? He's busting out spin moves and shit. Like, oh god,
Jason Pierre-Paul, what are you doing over here at defensive tackle?
Right.
I was not ready for this.
Still
I
fucking
thought this was a playoff.
All right, so for the Texans, I mean, you're thinking best available. So I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna.
I don't think they take Stingley though. I don't think they take a DB. It's probably Ekwonu or Neal. Like I don't know. They have so many needs, but
I mean, what position?
Either O line or D line. That's where you're gonna start. I mean, I would say you start in the trenches.
I think O line, D line. I mean, okay, pass rusher. O-line, quarterback, I mean, are the big splash positions where you can make a huge impact.
Probably,
I think they
then it'd be Thibodeau then. That would hurt.
I think they take Ekwonu. They take Ekwonu because that's a guy that can move over, and two, it's Nigerian, and Houston is the biggest Nigerian community in like the country.
Really?
So I mean, there's some different
He'll fit
aspects
right
of that would. Yeah, he'll fit right in there.
Okay.
All right, let's give him Ekwonu then.
Ekwonu goes to Houston at tackle. Next on the clock, Jets.
Never to be heard
wideouts,
from
linebackers, and cornerbacks. I think it's
got to be corner.
I think it's Sauce Gardner all day, baby. That is a New York Jet pick right there, and you know that's one that they'll get the fans to cheer for.
Mm-hmm. I mean, they can get a wide out of 10. So
yeah, about to say they can not really fudge this pick, but it doesn't have to be like A+ pick. But I think there's a couple good ones out there.
All right, I can go. I can rock with the Gardner pick. Because I mean, you got to think about it. They're probably in communication with the team. Like, let's say Atlanta. Yeah, don't pick Stingley.
Right.
They're like, what you gonna pay us not to pick him?
Right.
They do that.
Look outside.
Hell yeah, dude. They do that, bro. I'm
Look
telling
outside.
you, they do all the shit you think they do. That you would be like, oh man, they wouldn't do that in the NFL. Yes, they would.
Look underneath the passenger seat of your car tomorrow night. There will be a green duffel bag, unmarked bills.
They will pay. They call each other up and be like, "Yo, don't pick this cat. We want him." Like,
damn.
they do that.
Like, what do you give me? What will you give me for that?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think Balky's getting that call, but you know, GMs that people like.
Balky ain't. I mean, but you see what happened last year. Them Bears called up motherfucking. They're like, yo, we want to pick him. Let him slide down to us. Nah. We're gonna pick him unless you give us something.
Yeah, we're gonna pick him out of spite now.
Right.
We're gonna pick him.
We'll draft Justin Fields. Fuck you. We'll
draft him right now. Fuck it.
We got the leverage here. All right. The Jets definitely taking Sauce Gardner.
I mean, with a name like
Gardner
Sauce,
to the Jets at 4.
It's so New York.
Giants are taking
New York, big city of dreams.
Okay,
so allow me to give you some comfort here, 5, because I'll tell you who they should pick, and who if I were the Giants, I would absolutely pick this cat because they needed a completely. They are rebuilding, and you start your rebuild on the O-line. You start your rebuild on the O-line with the center. This cat right here.
I mean, he's the truth. He's the truth.
This guy right here is going to be a 14-year, 15-year starting center.
I want him on the Steelers.
He is going to be the anchor of the offensive line that he plays for the next maybe 2 decades. That's how good he looked on film. He was me and Justin was like, really? He the best O lineman on the film on all of them.
Yep.
Wow.
He better than everybody.
Yeah.
So I shouldn't get upset. You telling me not to get upset?
You still will be upset.
I'll be upset.
I'm telling you that you'll be in good hands with this cat at center to anchor your O line. If you want anything, if you want any kind of, if you are looking for any kind of reason to be a fan of Daniel Jones, this cat is where you're gonna start at.
All right. I don't see the Giants doing something that bold.
Yeah, I don't think there's any way they actually do it, but I agree that he's the best lineman in his class.
I mean, they could trade down. But that would mean someone would really want.
But see, here's the thing. Why would you trade down if he's absolutely? I think he's worth it.
Because you're going to trade down with 7.
He's going to have a longer career than every other lineman in the class.
Yeah. He's one of those guys. You just
He was doing NFL shit on the Iowa film. He was doing NFL techniques.
Well, those guys are always, technically sound. It's pretty much O-line U.
Yeah.
O-line or tight end you.
Okay, so you preparing me to be okay and not throw my shit like when they drafted Tony.
I mean, don't freak out, but I doubt it.
But I just don't.
But don't freak out if it does.
I don't see them doing that. I see them getting caught up with Neal and all his measurables and shit, and they're just like, big. This motherfucker Neal is so huge. Like,
you do need a right tackle.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, if you have Andrew Thomas and Evan Neal on the same line, you good on the bookends for a long time.
Well, this is what you got. This is something you got to consider. Evan Neal don't play right tackle.
They'll put him over there.
I'll tell you what. That doesn't always work out like you think it would.
It doesn't. But
did he play there as an underclassman? Was he the left tackle his whole career? Yeah, at Alabama. I think he might have.
I don't know.
Played there at some point.
I don't know. I thought that Evan Neal was straight up LT.
Because I think they had somebody else over there that got drafted pretty high. Was Jonah Williams the left tackle? Or was he too old to be on the same line with Neal?
I look at it like this. I mean, if they don't get him at 5, you can get him at 7. If you're talking about Linderbaum, if you're talking about Evan Neal. I mean, you can go Evan Neal at 5 and then go Linderbaum at 7. Really would be. You'd be in a really good position, right? You got an old line already built out. Half your old line.
I would love that. It's just how deep is this pass rusher? Because here's the thing: you could address 2 major positions at 5 and 7. And be good for the next 15 years, if you get Thibodeau or something crazy, how jealous are the Giants of Micah Parsons, right? He's just eating up fucking territory there in the middle. And if someone I don't know if they're going back to the 4-3 or staying in the 3-4, but Thibodeau would fit beautifully in a 3-4. Beautifully. And
he would, but what were they in last year? 4-3, right?
I think they ran a 3-4 still last year. I think so. So I think I don't.
Or you could do a 4-3 robber, 4-3 or 4-3.
Yeah. You know what though? I don't know if there's any real formation now in the league. They just throw shit all the time. They're changing shit all the time. It's all personnel based, and it could be technically a 4-3. They'll run a 5-2 sometimes, but disguise it as a 3-4. It's just all confusing to me as a fan. I'm just
the more versatile players you can get, the more exotic and confusing you can make your defense.
I would love. How about just for this, since it doesn't matter, let's put Linderbaum in there at 5. Fuck it. Give it to him.
Linderbaum? Dude, I'm telling you, whoever gets Linderbaum, they're going to be like, hell yeah.
But he does seem like a Steelers kind of guy.
Yeah, he's one of the guys
really
I want on the Steelers.
I mean, they always
he's not falling to 20.
They always have really good centers.
Mm-hmm.
Steelers at 20.
I don't know if he's making it that far.
He's not going to 20. If somebody's going to trade up for him.
So now you got Carolina on the clock. They need a quarterback and an offensive line.
I feel like this is where they go Willis or Pickett. Because they can't trot out Sam Darnold again. They cannot.
Yeah, Sam Darnold, he's been ever since he said I'm seeing ghosts.
He trash.
No, he said he doesn't need to prove he's a good quarterback. Didn't you hear him? He's already proven it.
Oh, I missed that.
Oh, you mean the first 2 games of the season?
If Willis is here, they're pulling the trigger on Willis. No way they let him slip.
I think they might trade up for Willis. They're going quarterback.
Yeah, no way.
Okay, so Malik Willis is going to Carolina. Yeah, they got to. Yeah, they can't have old boy up in that motherfucker. They can't. He's terrible.
I mean, Bob McAdoo already walked back.
Yeah,
he's like, yeah, we got full confidence in. Wait 1 second.
What? Did I say that? No, I didn't say that. I was wrong. I swear.
What's that? The meme where it's like, Yeah, so we got full confidence in Sam Darnold, and it's a double off to the second pitch.
Oh, Nick Castellanos? Yeah.
There's a drive
Deep
to
drive to
left
left field by
Castellanos, and
Castellanos.
that'll be a home run, and so it'll make it a 4-0 ball game.
That's anytime someone gets the vote of confidence, he's packing up his shit tomorrow.
All he has to say is he prides himself and thinks of himself as a man of faith, and the perfect match.
Yep.
Yeah,
Put it all out on the line.
because
he's our starting quarterback right now. At this very moment, he is our starting quarterback.
All right, so we're back to the Giants. We're back to the Giants. What do they take in the second go round?
I think if Thibodeau's there, they take him because he's the sexy pick. Like,
Thibodeau or Trayvon Walker.
Everyone's talking about him. I don't think Trayvon will be there. I think Thibodeau will be the guy. Some people are there. Even, you know what makes it even more credible is that some sources are saying they're not interested in him, which means they're fucking interested in him.
It depends. If it's Adam Schefter, they're interested. If it's Rappaport or Pelissero, there's a good chance they aren't. It depends.
I'm telling you, man. The
All
dude
right,
has
let's throw Thibodeau in there. That means they've fulfilled two needs early in the draft. Giants could be looking up. Now, I think the Falcons,
they could do a bunch of different options here.
Yeah, they got a lot of things they could do. They could take Evan Neal. Or the Seahawks. The Seahawks could take Evan Neal.
Seahawks could definitely take Evan Neal because they don't have Dwayne Brown anymore. Absolutely makes sense for them.
If Neal's there at 8, he'd have some big shoes to fill. Some guy named Blaylock. He'd have to fill his shoes.
Do they go for the sexy pick in Jamison Williams because they don't have any wideouts?
They do need a wideout. They need a wideout.
A couple wideouts.
Yeah, they could use a few.
But you've got to rehab this kid because he tore an ACL.
Right.
Yeah, but I mean, this next year is going to be a wash, so it might actually work out for him.
Right.
I mean, your best receiver right now is Olamide Zaccheaus. So I don't know if that's yeah, exactly.
Wait, in English, please.
I think maybe they take
not
him.
Calvin Ridley.
Yeah, because I mean, you got to assume that they've given up on even. I mean, damn, how bad is that? That's just rough. You say, fuck it, next year it's going to suck too. Like, we ain't even started. We ain't even in training camp, and we already know. Woo!
I mean,
there's a lot of talent in this draft. The big thing is just not fucking up. But somebody always fucks up.
Like Kyle Pitts is going to have like 200 targets this year.
I forgot to
all-time record.
Sorry about this. I forgot to push this super chat out. Miguel Villasenor, $2. Oh, snap! The dream team is back. Sorry about that, man. It just came to my mind. We appreciate your super chat there. Now let's get back to it. Man, Falcons. This is really, you couldn't. I mean, they got.
Yeah, there are not many locks. I mean, they're pretty close to being every position.
Yeah, they almost need everybody.
I mean,
who's going to be their quarterback?
You got a tight end.
Marcus Mariota.
Mariota.
There's no way.
It's like fuck.
They should take a quarterback for sure.
So
like
your only option would be Pickett, but I feel like honestly, I would rather just roll the dice in round 2.
Yeah, the thing is, it's like no way Mariota's your guy for long term. Like he
can't stay healthy.
Stopgap for this year, though.
Yeah, we just got to buy a year.
As I've said before, you don't the guy after you've had a chance to be the guy. You're just trash, you know? Like who do you know who was a trash quarterback that just all of a sudden put it together in year 5
good.
or 6?
Ryan Tannehill, but I mean
Ryan Tannehill was the start. Here's the thing. People bring up Tannehill. He was the starter in Miami all 8 years or some shit. They just kept
he was there 4 years. He was there 4 years. They gave him a contract. After 1 year of the contract, they got rid of him.
He got injured, I think.
Yeah, he got injured. Then they went ahead and traded him to Tennessee.
Yeah, but he was the starter.
And then Tennessee gave him another $100 million contract.
I don't know anybody that was a starter, got benched or traded, and then had a second act that was amazing. Can't think of anyone.
Jim Plunkett, but that's like back 70s, 80s.
Man, that was back when
years ago, man.
Motherfucking quarterback didn't matter back then.
Yeah, you just handed the ball off back then.
Yeah.
Hey, you threw like a couple 5-yard passes every now and again.
Throwing crosses and shit.
He was beast in that Super Bowl, though, Jim Plunkett.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh,
All right,
so,
give him somebody.
The worst quarterback to win too, I think.
Yes. He's the worst quarterback to win a Super Bowl, in my opinion, like stat-wise.
No, worst quarterback would probably be what? Trent
Brad
Dilfer?
Johnson.
I'm gonna
Trent
give
Johnson
him.
was
I'm
alright.
gonna give him Stingley.
Oh, give him the stinger.
Sounds about right. Him and AJ Terrell.
That's an Atlanta pick right there.
See,
All right, next up, we got the Seahawks from Denver. I think they take Evan Neal
I agree.
if he's
if
here.
he's there, hell yeah.
Yeah.
That's an easy one right there.
Boom. Now we're back to
Jets
the Jets
again.
from Seattle.
This is where the
Oh.
Jets take
You got to go Jameson Williams.
or
Yeah.
the other guy. Who's the other wide receiver? Because Williams
Garrett
does have some
Wilson,
questions. He's
Drake
coming off
London, Garrett Wilson,
Olave.
shit.
Chris Olave. There's a few.
Chris
I like
Olave,
Olave.
yeah.
Yeah.
Chris Olave, I feel like that might be the better pick.
That's I like him the most, but he might drop a little bit.
George Pickens.
I don't know who that is.
Wow, hey, some no-name motherfuckers in this.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't even know who that guy is.
George Pickens.
Yeah, let's give him Garrett Wilson. Or no, I'm sorry. James
Yeah, give him
Williams.
Jameson. He is the best wide receiver in the draft for sure. It's just he's coming off a torn ACL.
Yeah.
Didn't play
Yeah.
the last.
like
That'll
the-
knock him. That'll keep him in the top 10, but just not in the top 5.
yeah.
He's like a Deshaun Jackson type, right? Like blow the top off the defense.
Yeah, he's a small guy who can just go right over the top.
Yeah. He's one of those
Commanders.
prototypical Alabama receivers that
we
they
could
got
all
now.
we could all use that.
Yeah.
Hell
Can,
yeah.
can Zach Wilson throw it far enough to get it to him?
Hopefully.
We'll see. We'll see what Wilson has in the tank this year.
Or
So.
we have enough time to rear back and throw it that far.
I mean, the Jets are in a good. The Jets are kind of in a good building position though.
Mhm.
Like the pieces are coming together. It's coming together slow, but
Salah, yeah, it scares me because Salah knows what he's doing, dude. So he's gonna build a team
Yeah.
there. They're gonna
They got-
be good.
We got 2 first rounders
they're
on
gonna
the
be
O
good.
line. I mean, they're doing some of the right things.
they're gonna be good. All right, now we got Commanders on the clock. Then with the worst managed fucking franchise in the history of the NFL. This team may not
scroll
even belong to the same owner.
Scroll down to the bottom of the list. They'll probably pick from there.
Yeah, they probably take the sexiest, most marketable
The
pick,
fastest guy.
Kobe
They're gonna take the
Dean.
Is there a punter available? We could.
They,
Matt
they-
Apsiata.
I could see them taking a wide receiver for sure, just because.
I mean, they got to take it. I would think, wouldn't they? Wouldn't you think that they would take a quarterback though?
Yeah, well,
Because they got to know what's going to happen this year. They got to
they
know what's
just
going to
traded for Wentz to be like, because I think they're just punting until next year when it's a deeper draft, and they're going to kind of tank. So they'll probably take someone that they could project. Corners take a long time to develop in the league, but wide receivers too. They got to learn how to play the game. So I just see them taking a wide receiver,
They might trade out.
but they're going to be garbage next year.
You never know. Once it's going to lead them to like 7 or 8 wins and then blow the final 3 games, and
Yeah,
Philly will celebrate like they won the Super Bowl.
it
that's
seems
on brand.
weird because last year they were all talking about how their D line, with Chase Young and who's the other cat on the other side,
Jonathan Allen.
Allen, and
Deron Payne.
Deron
and,
Payne. Like and
Everybody
they
thought that D line was going to be Hollywood
Yeah.
this year.
and they weren't like that.
Yeah,
weren't.
they got injured all the time.
Yeah,
Oh,
They cut Ioannidis. They
The
cut
other guy
Ioannidis.
was Sweat. Or
Montez
Sweet, I
Sweat.
don't know.
Yeah.
Sweat.
Yeah.
On the all measurable team.
Yeah,
That's teams. That's who teams like the Commanders, and to a certain extent, really
The Raiders.
teams like the Raiders. They're the ones that get caught up in that number.
The Raiders always get the measurables.
They'd be like, "Who ran a 4.3?
Yeah.
Draft them.
Who's 375 pounds? We gotta have
Draft
that guy.
them.
give me Troy Apke.
Yeah.
Get him to me.
Uh,
All right,
We'll see,
I
so-
just give him a wide receiver. Fuck it. Or
We'll give him best
Trayvon
available
Walker
wideout.
though.
Honestly, maybe Kyle Hamilton to replace Landon Collins. That's the
Oh,
only thing I'm thinking.
yeah, maybe. I mean,
Well,
we sleeping on DBs. Yeah, just give him Kyle.
fuck it.
Yeah,
Notre Dame.
makes it easy.
Next up, we got Minnesota. They need a guard, center, edge rusher, and cornerback. I think this is where you might see Trayvon Walker.
Yeah, I'm thinking the same thing.
I take Trayvon at that.
Or George Karlaftis. I mean, hell.
I think Trayvon has more of the momentum.
Purdue
right
has
now.
proven to be a team that produces defensive ends in the NFL.
Yeah,
Just saying.
Yeah.
They are.
a
They
little
are.
bias right there, but I think Trayvon goes because he's the measurable.
He's probably
Sexiest
faster.
pick.
Yeah. You got the quick twitch.
Yep, you got those fast twitch muscles.
Mhm. I think this is where Karlaftis goes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Makes sense right there.
Karlaftis to Houston.
but who'd they
Well, you're gonna
take
be
up
working-
there though? Who'd
I think they
take up
picked
there?
Stingley, right?
Oh yeah. We gave him.
No, we
Stingley.
took up top. We took their first pick. We took
Ekwonu.
Ekwonu.
Oh, okay.
All right, give him Karlofty.
Karlaftis goes to
Oh,
Houston.
man. When I did my mock, I had him go. I gave him to New England. He just seems like that kind of guy.
Yeah,
Dude,
like a Nick, like what's his name? Like
Ninkovich or
Ninkovich. Ninkovich
Van
was my
Noy or
teammate at
something.
Purdue.
He just seems like that kind of guy that's gonna, be an
Fall
every down
into
player.
3 Super
and-
Bowls.
Yeah,
All right, Baltimore.
but not as long as he's with the
D-line and
Vikings.
quarterback.
Sorry.
D-line and cornerback for Baltimore.
It's got to be McDuffie. That seems like a Ravens pick all the way.
Yeah, I agree. They take that.
And he'll probably make 20 Pro Bowls.
Mhm. Exactly. Ravens pick.
They take that. Next up, we got Philly from Miami. They need a linebacker and a DB. I mean, you got let's see here. You got Devin Lloyd at linebacker, Nakobe Dean at linebacker. Woo. Defensive back. I mean, obviously you got a couple of guys. Oh no, I think that's.
I think we got rid of him.
We done got thin. We got I wouldn't count on the Baylor guy. Baylor's Jalen Petra.
They were pretty good, man, the last couple of years.
Until they played an actual team.
Well, yeah, true. But at one point, I mean, Dave Aranda was like the biggest name in, assistant coaching.
Honestly, dude, I feel like looking at this, whenever I see a linebacker, that also means edge rusher to me. Because linebackers, you can usually get an edge rusher and he can play linebacker, and then you don't see too much of a difference. Unless they got to cover. Unless they got to do a lot of coverage.
Yeah, just put him at will.
I think Nakobe Dean.
That would be a great
Take
pick.
him.
That would be an excellent pick. He'll be another 10-year Pro Bowl guy.
I think Garrett Wilson, Ohio State. It's another pick for the Saints at wideout.
Yep.
Is Mike Thomas going to play this year?
I don't know if he's going to be the same.
Is he in like the Ben Simmons mode?
Yeah. I mean, either that or they go tackle to replace Teron Armstead. You could go Garrett Penning.
What happens with Baker Mayfield? Like all these teams, right?
Well, he gets cut and then he becomes a Steeler, signs a 1-year, $10 million contract, and then beats Cleveland twice. Talks all the shit in the world.
I think that's ultimately probably the best thing for him is if he just gets cut.
Yeah.
For him personally, I don't think it's best for Cleveland, but I think when they gave all that up for Deshaun, they were perfectly willing to just cut Baker.
Yeah.
I
just cut him.
Get on with it.
Yeah, what's $18 million more dollars?
Right. When a cap
on
don't
top
exist
of
anyway.
230. Like, whatever.
I think
and I mean,
too. By the way,
I feel like they got to take a wide out here, and I think because of the quality you got from Mike Thomas as a wide out, I think they probably stick with that.
I mean, Drake London's
Ohio State
Drizzy.
more of the Mike Thomas mold, like bigger possession type guy. I don't know if that's what they're going to look for to replace him. But Either one, I mean, would be fine. I imagine. I mean, I never want to see the Saints do well, so I don't really give a fuck what they do.
Fuck them.
Fuck them. All right. Next up, we got Los Angeles Chargers. They need wideouts. What?
Didn't they just re-sign Mike Williams?
They did.
Yeah, and they got Keenan Allen.
And yeah,
Keenan Ivory Allen. Yeah.
Do the Chargers run a 4-3 or a 3-4? Because that would be my question. 3-4, so it'd probably be Jordan Davis.
Traditionally run 3-4.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Jordan Davis is that freak.
That's the kind of guy. That's the kind of guy you put at the nose and just.
Yeah, that's another guy I'd pick for the Steelers, but once again, I don't know if he lasts to 20.
I don't know. The Chargers don't need many pieces. Like, they're not.
Yeah, but once again, their run defense was really bad last year. They need help. And they need a legitimate shit-wrecking nose guard. Or even like a 1-tech or a 2-tech or something. Just
maybe if Davis is there.
Oh, this is their under tackle. It's Wyatt.
Look at that motherfucker. He ain't got no net.
His head just appears on his body.
His head just there.
It's a human thumb. Except it has dreads growing out of it.
That boy hey, go ahead and get him in there on that 3-4.
And it runs
that dude
a 4-8.
would fold me into a paper airplane, like backwards.
Holy crap. Anyways, let's see here. We got next up on the clock. We got Philly back on the clock. They need an LB and a DB.
I think they go Lloyd or Nakobe Dean.
I think we already gave Dean.
I think they already took Nakobe. They already took Nakobe.
I never mind. I'm not paying attention.
If they get Devin Lloyd, I'm gonna be pissed. I want them to do something really dumb, like take a wide receiver, but they're
thinking about there's rumors they might take a wide receiver.
I would love that. Well, because they're pissed at Rager. They're like, what the fuck? It's like in Gladiator when he has the queer giraffes. That's what they're like, why we draft Rager? He can't fucking catch. Fuck is this shit? They might take Wilson.
I mean, that's another position you can't have enough of.
Wideouts, right?
Yeah.
Or they might trade out of it. So I can feel better about Kansas City trades up to get a Garrett Wilson if he drops this.
Let's give him Garrett Wilson. They said fuck it.
Yeah, I don't think linebackers. You can go linebacker late. Like who gives a shit?
Yeah, you don't need another linebacker in the first round.
This draft is deep. We say this every year because there's never been a draft where we're just like, oh, there ain't shit in this draft. Has there ever been a draft?
Guys are bummed.
Like, man, this draft is sorry.
Like, all these guys.
Maybe in the NBA. The Kwame
that happens
Brown
all the time in the NBA. I feel like.
Yeah.
Like there's only every 5 years where there's a really good draft.
Yeah, but not in the NFL, man. There's so much talent in every draft. Every draft.
It's just which team do they go to, and does that team know how to manage them? Because that's usually what it boils down to is the managing of the players, optimizing their talent. And that is there's about 10 teams that do that consistently. That's about it.
Ones
that make the playoffs every year.
Yeah. What do they know that other teams don't? Like it just that always bothers me. It's like, how can you not do your job well? Or it's probably because one stat nerd is like, you got to take this guy, and they're like, hey, fuck off, man. We know what we're doing, and that guy goes to the team that knows what they're doing, right?
Yeah.
They're like, hey, we heard that you recommended that they take this guy, and they fucked it up. That's the thing. I think that the cultures of smart analysis, they flock to each other because they all thinking the same. You know?
Yeah. You're probably right.
And the thing is that I believe that the best teams, the teams that are consistently winners in the NFL, a lot of it has to do with the football knowledge and the football IQ that the staff has.
Yeah. And the other guys just hire their nephew.
Yeah. Or their son-in-law.
And they keep those staffs intact forever. They don't change. They don't really change them. Look at Pittsburgh, for example. Pittsburgh defense coordinator. What was his name? The
Dick
famous
LeBeau.
one?
Dick LeBeau.
Dick LeBeau. How long was he the defense coordinator?
He was there for at least 10 years.
72 years.
Yeah.
I mean, he was there in the 90s. He went to coach Cincy for a couple years.
He navigated the Steelers through the Great Depression.
You know what I mean? Like,
Dude,
you
worse
look
than
at a guy
that,
like you look at a guy like
he got them through the Industrial Revolution. He got them through the Homestead Steelworkers strikes.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, he was there, and he was there for an extended period of time. When he left, he came back. The dude was a cornerstone of the franchise. You look at Tampa Bay, Monty Kiffin. Monty Kiffin was defense coordinator there forever. Like, even after he left, the Tampa 2 defense will always be played in Tampa.
Right.
Yeah.
That's how good he was.
So crazy. It's such a basic defense.
It's why the Steelers play the 3-4.
Fucking yellow. It's just zones all
The
over.
Steelers will always be a 3-4 team because that's what they'll always do.
Mm-hmm.
They're not going to go 4-3. It's not going to happen.
If they
It's
go
like those
4-3,
high
I think
schools.
this city riots.
It's like those high schools that are always good in, like, what is it, McAllen, Texas, and shit like that. They just run the same shit all the time. They're like, that's the kind of player that we want. And then
they know what kind of players fit in what slots, and their system is how it is, and they know how to build it, and they can do it the same way every year.
The middle schools run the same system as the high schools, even probably Pop Warner teams in these towns. So you've done the same thing year after year after year, and then
and you've been winning, and you perfect it, and the staff has perfected it, so the players will always perfect it and pick it up quicker than other teams.
Yeah. And when it's your
that's
turn,
the difference.
You just plug and play.
And that's the difference. And in the teams that lose in the NFL or don't have consistent success, where they might win and get to the playoffs one year, like Cleveland, and then do shit the next, it's because you always have rotation. You don't have a culture in way of your actual staffing. It's not there. It always changes every 2-3 years. Just like we were talking about the dude who's the head coach of the USFL Maulers. That dude was a running back coach in the league for 20 years, but he was never anywhere.
Running back coach.
He was a Steelers running back coach. That was his longest tenure in anywhere in the NFL. Everywhere else, he was the running back coach for 2 years, and then he was gone. So, when you have turnaround where you got guys going in and out every 2-3 years, you're not going to win. It just don't happen. So, anyways, let's keep rolling here. We got Saints back on the clock for the 19th pick.
That's what I'm saying. I think they take a wide receiver too.
Yeah, I think they got to take a wide receiver. I think
Olave would be perfect for them.
Olave is probably good for them. Wait, didn't we just okay?
We did.
I thought we gave him another Ohio State receiver.
We did. We went back to back. Garrett Wilson and Olave.
Yeah, Garrett Wilson to Philly. All right. Next up, Steelers. This dude right here looks like a Steelers kind of tackle.
Yeah, Raymond Penning might be a guy you go for here. Kenny Pickett, if they're really enamored with him, that might be the pick. You can go a lot of different ways. Zion Johnson, if you're looking for a guard, even though I feel like they need more of a center than a guard per se. Yeah, I would say probably Penning, Raymond, or Pickett at this point.
Give him Pickett so that Tree.
I tell you what do we think of this cat when we saw him, Justin? I know. Did we watch Penning?
Hold on. Yeah, we did.
Yeah, we watched Penning.
See if I have my.
I think we thought Penning was just. I think we thought that Penning was just a guy.
Yeah, he's like a big body.
I think Raymond we said was just so big, so tall that he looks slow, but he's actually got some. He's got some innate O-lineman traits, even though he's not. He's only been an O-lineman for a very short period of time.
You need the right system, and I mean, I don't know if you have the coaching to build up a Raymond. That's the only thing.
Yeah, you got to build. You definitely have to coach.
Like if we had Munchak, I'd be like, "Fuck yes, let's draft this guy."
Yeah,
like,
both of them are going to take some.
Like,
they're both going to take some coaching, but they both had some nasty in them. Which
nasty. That's what they had. Yeah.
That's hard to coach. That's either you're a prick or you're not. I could coach you to, get
and when it comes to O-lineman, if you ain't a prick, if you don't have like a prick streak in you, then it's like, man,
dude,
I don't know.
I
That's
had
why I couldn't make it as a
a
lineman.
coworker that played against Jonathan Ogden in high school, and he said that when they were down, right at the snap, he would take dirt and just flick it in the D
That's
lineman's
some
face.
bull.
Like, and this is high school, and he was huge. Like, he was so much bigger than everybody else. But
So you
every
don't-
play, when he put his hand in the dirt, he just turned his hand up and just flicked the dirt right in the
Like,
fucking
dude,
D lineman's face.
You don't need to do that. You're better than everybody.
Right.
Ever.
I bet
You
you
need every advantage you can.
He was
Jonathan
so
Ogden caught that motherfucker slipping and probably pile drove him.
But I guess in high school you can do that because they're like, what you gonna do? It's fucking Jonathan Ogden. You know what I'm saying? Like,
For real.
he's gonna fucking beat your ass anyways.
Yeah.
He's basically sending a message like, don't make my life hard.
Okay, so we don't think that Pittsburgh is gonna. Do we think they'll go for a quarterback? I think everybody who needs a quarterback is just gonna wait till next year.
Possibly. I mean, if something falls the second round, I don't know how much they love Kenny Pickett. Like, I love Kenny Pickett because I saw a bunch of him at Pitt when he played. It's like something clicked this year.
Biased.
But I mean, yeah, true. It is biased, but at the same time, I think he has upside at this level. But once again, I mean, I feel like they might want to roll the dice with Trubisky and fix like a need, like offensive line or D tackle. Devontae Wyatt.
I give him Raymond. I give him Raymond.
Yeah, I'd say that'd probably be the best
It's
pick.
probably
right now.
better long term.
Yeah, Wyatt's a 4
Because I don't think they necessarily need him to start this year.
Yeah, well, I mean, you're probably going to start Dan Moore again, and you also re-signed Okorafor, so
I think the Steelers, whoever they pick, will be a very smart pick. It might not be someone that's high on the draft boards.
It's not going to be a flashy one.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
It could be someone like
Just
Ryan.
be a solid guy that plays for a decade.
Yeah,
maybe we'll see.
Yeah, this is going to be a guy who's going to play for the next 12
Or
years.
becomes a literal god like a TJ Watt of nowhere. So.
Yeah, when
that,
was the
yeah.
last time though the Steelers took on a project? Like, they usually don't do that.
Probably Jarvis Jones and Terrell Edmonds.
Yeah, but like that's not their MO. Like, they usually just get solid guys and plug them in. You know?
I think for some, I mean, I don't know, man. I look at this cat Raymond. He is like, he's kind of a guy, but he's like a guy that for some reason it just looks right if he's a Steeler. Because he's just going to be in the right spot.
He's like a nasty fucking asshole. And granted, I don't know what the hell they're going to do with Trubisky, what type of offense they want to run. I mean, if they want to run like they did for the last couple of years and just sit back and throw 50 fucking slants a game.
I don't know if they're going to do that. That was more on Ben because he couldn't move.
Yeah,
that shit was like,
that was bad. It was miserable
all game.
Miserable.
Yeah,
like he won't be your guy if you want to have an offense like that. But if you want to pound the rock like Pittsburgh usually,
downhill team. That's what they
early Ben
were.
Yeah,
the Packers went from Favre to Rodgers, and the Steelers went from Roethlisberger to Trubisky.
No, we went from Terry Bradshaw to Mark Malone to a bunch of other guys to Bubby Brist, who's apparently the worst thing imaginable, to Neil O'Connell, who ruined my childhood by throwing 2 picks right to Larry Brown, and then a bunch of other guys, and then Ben.
Oh, Cordell Stewart was there.
Cordell, yeah.
Cordell Stewart was solid though. Yeah.
He was frustrating because he flashed this brilliant potential, and then he just do nothing for weeks on.
He was
end.
never really
very
an
frustrating.
NFL quarterback, though. He was just put in by necessity.
Yeah.
Anyways, he was like Taysom Hill, but better.
He probably would have done better in the modern NFL, I feel like.
Go ahead and give the Patriots the lowest rated
Patriots.
Yeah, like the 60th rated edge rusher, and he will be an all-pro next year.
Is there a DN that runs like a 6'5" 40?
Yeah, and they'll turn him in. They'll give him a glow up. They'll send him to camp, and he'll just come out just fucking beasting on everybody. Because
what they're gonna pick is from a Michigan community college named Thomas Barty. He'll be a quarterback and win 25 awards.
Yep,
that's what's gonna happen. But in reality, it's probably Booth or Lloyd.
Yeah, I think Lloyd is their guy.
They're really good at developing linebackers.
Dude, nobody does it better than they do.
Mm-hmm.
Linebackers, nobody does that better than them. Yeah. Packers, wide out, O-line. They're getting Bakhtiari back.
They need a
season.
wideout. Like, I mean, apparently the name, like, I keep hearing from Grossi is George Pickens. But, I mean, either him or Sky Moore. Like, they need.
That's probably their best bet. Pickens is probably their best bet. They need somebody who can at least stretch the field.
Yeah, like that's probably your best bet then.
Now, the Cardinals. I mean, they got an issue with their O-line, but they also got an issue with their quarterback because he apparently says he's not playing unless he get new money. So, I feel like it's always good to threaten the quarterback when they do something like that. You just draft the QB on it.
Draft Kenny Pickett.
QB.
No, you're going to draft Desmond Ridder.
Yeah. We're going to draft.
They need a guard. If the guard's their number one priority,
probably Zion Johnson.
Got Zion Johnson. I think that's a good pick for them.
They need a court. Yeah, okay.
Cowboys.
How about them?
I think they go on defense. I think they go wide.
Yeah, I think they want to trade up for Kayvon Thibodeau if he falls. So I can see Jerry Jones pulling that off.
Yeah, that's the thing with these mock drafts.
I could see probably Jermaine Johnson, Wyatt,
life,
maybe.
4 trades would have happened by now, at least.
For sure.
Yeah,
You would be going through trades, and there'll be a bunch of future firsts going. I'll be like, oh my god!
Especially if things start. Especially how the first 3 picks go, that's going to change everyone's strategy.
That's going to change everybody's strategy is going to change.
There's going to be a run on a certain position. We don't know what it is, but there's always a fucking run, and someone goes way higher than they should have.
Probably a wideout.
Well, why did he pick that guy at number 5? He could have got him at 25.
Yep, it was wide receivers last year for sure. That's
it. Usually happens at wideout
when Waddell and Chase, and then Smith went. The Giants were like, fuck this. We're out of this. Let's just drop down and take Tony. And they fucked that up. And they should have just taken Micah Parsons where they were. But now we got 2 picks that we can't fuck up.
I mean, dude, I hope you do so I can laugh hysterically.
I don't think so.
I know, but we said this last year, and look what happened.
Yeah, I did say that they wouldn't mess up.
You can't win, dude. You can't win.
Like, hey, at 10, we're picking at 10. Like, how do you mess up? Like, and then they messed up. They went out and messed up.
Hey, we're picking 5th overall. How do you mess that up, Daniel Jones?
All right, so Cowboys aren't going to pick a tackle because they got Tyron Smith.
Yeah, they still have him under contract.
Well, I mean, you got him for like 8 games, probably.
Yeah, he's had trouble finishing seasons.
And then Terrence Steele, I guess they like him. I mean, they must because they let fucking Lyle Collins walk out.
Yeah, true.
Need help interior line. I mean, obviously Zach's.
Kenan Green. I mean, that's probably
not getting any younger.
Hey man, that cap's garbage. Hey, I can't even front. I don't mean to talk bad on the young boy, but he was terrible.
Oh man!
But they would pick him.
Hey, Next up, he'll get better. He'll probably make a Pro Bowl like year 2 because he's in the Cowboys.
I'm thinking with the Bills, I think they may go corner to replace Levi Wallace. Running back, maybe. I'm trying to think where else.
Please have to run the ball. 500 times this year.
Yeah, they need a running back.
Yeah, they need a running back big.
Yeah, but you know the rule.
They're not going to take him in the first round. Yeah,
you don't take a running back in the first round.
You'd be surprised. I mean, Buffalo, that's their biggest need.
Shit Jacksonville did.
It's written in stone. You're not allowed to do
the Steelers picked a running back in the first round. It worked out well for us.
It worked out. It did work out.
I mean, we have nobody to walk for him.
That was unanimous. You could not let him sit on the board.
True. I'm not sure there's a guy like that this year.
Ain't no running back like that.
A running back for sure.
No, ain't none. I mean, they said it. I think that you got to look secondary.
Yeah, I think
because after the shit that happened to them last year, they got to be looking to try and get their secondary tightened up. with that shit. And that was the number one defense in the league. They still got shredded.
13 seconds, man. 2
Yep.
plays.
That was
Right.
pathetic. I was like,
That's
how
gotta be
you do
objective
that?
number one.
How you let them do that?
Well,
Ain't no way,
It
boy.
is Patty Mahomes. but
I mean,
still.
the quickest way to help your coverage is to get after the passer.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, super chat from Vulgar Knight, 297 for 499. Steelers taking someone from Central Michigan. Yeah, that won't backfire at all.
Oh, AB.
Actually,
he was
yeah, it
pretty
won't
fucking
backfire.
good.
Joe
What do you-
Staley.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
a Central
yeah.
Michigan cat. I trained with him for the combine, getting ready for the combine.
I mean, AB wasn't really wilding out
Until
until the very end.
Yeah.
Montez did that shit to him. He was fine. Until
Yeah.
Burke
Yeah.
fucking
I would-
re-scrambled his brain.
I would gladly take 6 or 7 years of his first year.
Sane Antonio Brown.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
the same one.
Saint Antonio Brown are two adjectives that do not go together.
well, it could also be.
Recording artist Antonio Brown.
It might have also been Mike Tomlin sweeping everything under the rug. Antonio.
That's
Brown.
true.
For real. Yeah.
I mean, if Ryan
That's
Clark
what I
should
heard it
believe, this
was.
happened for a long time.
Do you ever
I
think
heard he
about
was
that?
wilding before that.
Ron Artest went to Syracuse and didn't do anything and when he was in college, then got to the league and instantly became a major asshole. Once he got that bag, he was like, fuck it. I don't need to
and
fucking
Latrell
listen to
Sprewell.
Jimmy Boeheim. Mhm.
Him and Latrell just got into beating up coaches. That's what
Yep.
they did.
Yeah, Latrell was like, fuck this shit. I don't take- All right, what are we
Golf
going to give Buffalo?
Buffalo. Oh man, I feel like I just feel like they got to go cornerback.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Let's go Clemson.
Let's give him this guy.
Yeah, go Clemson. Give it to him.
Tennessee on the clock. You know they need wideouts, guard, center. Really, they need a tackle because
They
Taylor
need a
Lewan's ass
QB.
keep getting roasted. He ain't
Dude,
no
they're-
good no more.
Oh man.
Or maybe he never was good. We just hyped him.
I think they just
I don't
drafted
know.
a tackle in the first round, right? Last year.
Did-
Well, 2 years in a row, technically, considering Isaiah Wilson.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Ooh,
yeah.
They definitely need a wideout though, because it's about to get ugly. They about to not even have a wideout.
Oh, with AJ Brown.
Mm-hmm.
Mm. And Julio Jones is gone, right? They had to
Yeah,
cut
they
him?
caught him.
Yeah.
Yeah, they caught him.
They have
He
Austin
really
Hooper.
didn't. I mean,
He
I mean,
couldn't
he,
stay
had that,
healthy.
he got that hamstring. That hamstring
Yeah.
been fucking him up for like the last 2 years.
Yeah.
I thought he would do well there.
I didn't. Funny enough, I didn't think he was a good fit for them.
Well,
I don't know
that-
why
that-
they got him.
that's I mean, that's another position that declines rapidly, after those prime years. And like, if you're Julio Jones, if you're used to being like a number one, it's harder
Yeah.
to be that role.
A
Like,
two.
that's why Antonio Brown fit in with Tampa Bay because he was good at being third or fourth.
Well, it was more like a 3 because Derrick Henry was 1.
Right.
Yeah, yeah.
It's true,
Yeah.
but I don't think Julio Jones is configured to be a slot guy. He's used to being the one, and if he's not fully 100%, then he's not going to give you that type of energy. So
Yeah, he has to be the good wide receivers after they hit their peak. Once they start to decline, they have to be 100% for you to get their best at that point.
right, look how bad
Yeah.
Ocho Cinco was after his prime, and Terrell Owens was pretty bad after his prime. It's just
Shit, did you see T.O. last week?
oh yeah, catching footballs. 48 years old.
What is he, 48? Like, bro, you going to get
He
it.
looks
Make you
good
have a heart
for
attack.
48.
He does. He still
he's-
looks like, I mean,
He's gonna be in his casket like, damn, that motherfucker still got a 6-pack.
Once that guy is in the grave, he's gonna jump up and catch a Hail Mary before he falls in the ground. That's what's gonna
I
happen.
think it should say on his tombstone, "That's my quarterback."
that's my quarterback.
That's my tombstone.
That's my
Oh.
tombstone.
All right, so Tennessee, I mean, I feel like they're definitely going to have to go wide out to start this off. So, I mean, I don't know about this guy from Western Michigan,
Western Michigan.
but we're going to go ahead and assume that he's not the right guy for the job. So
She's one of those directional schools.
yeah, because who does Western Michigan play that is going to give you any kind of real
Central Michigan,
Don't talk shit about the MAC.
Eastern Michigan.
Southern Michigan.
Northern Michigan.
Yeah, we're going to give them Traylon Burks from
Upper
Arkansas because at least
Peninsula.
he's Division One.
Division 1 AA Michigan.
Yeah.
Southeastern Michigan.
Oh,
Not even
Lordy.
a place.
Windsor.
Windsor, Canada.
Wow. They're pretty close.
Yeah, I mean,
All right.
Golf Mike, 69. Nice. Minutes behind. Great intro.
it's a nice intro.
Appreciate it.
Where is
Appreciate
what's Tampa gonna do? A guard?
Yeah. Ideally,
Tampa-
Zion Johnson, but
Didn't they
mean-
lose their center too?
no,
Yeah,
they brought
yeah.
him back.
dude.
But
Jensen
Marpet
brought him back.
retired.
Yeah. At 28. Good for him.
Well, let's give
Making
him a
that
guard.
bag, getting that ring, and getting out.
So yeah, I think I'm done with football now.
I mean, what else can I do?
I mean,
You know.
Besides fuck my
Super
body
Bowl?
up.
right? Won
Make a
Super
few more
Bowl?
bucks.
Ooh, Luke.
more bucks.
I didn't see this guy.
There's always a few more bucks out there.
Ooh, another Central Michigan.
Another Central Michigan tackle.
Well, I don't think we looked
I
at
think
him.
if it's another Central Michigan tackle, they're going to move this guy to guard because I didn't see anybody on that Central Michigan film that looked like, nobody stood out except for their left tackle. So I don't even know why he's on here.
Probably
What,
intangibles, or they think they can develop him.
There are no centers in this draft. What the
Washington
hell?
State.
just
Linderbaum was the
just
only
Linderbaum
one.
was the only top.
Yeah.
I mean,
First
he's
day
only
guy.
top 50.
I mean, usually centers
Cat.
ain't usually going day one.
Yeah, centers are
Yeah,
usually
center-
day two. I
it's
think.
usually one center might go day one.
I mean,
but that's
like,
it.
Mangold was the last one I can remember.
Oh, Nick
That's,
Mangold.
Cesar Ruiz out
That's a
of
funny name,
out of New
dude.
Orleans. I think he was for day one.
Okay.
Mm,
I don't know if he's justified day one pick, but he was. I think the last one, if I remember correctly.
That is just a funny name. Man,
I say let's give them Devontae Wyatt.
Yeah,
Okay.
value pick.
Value
Was,
pick. Yeah.
Have they done anything with Sue? He was a free agent, right?
I don't know if they
Nothing.
brought it. I don't know if
They
they
didn't
brought
bring him back, I don't think.
Okay, well then here you go.
Let's see here. We got
It's been a while since Sue kicked
Packers
somebody.
back on the clock.
They another wideout or tackle.
I think that the Packers would pick somebody from Western Michigan, and then he'd be good. Then they'd
I
make him a
mean-
good player.
Aaron Rodgers will make him good.
Yeah.
For like a year or
Yeah.
two.
Isn't he? God damn, he got in the first round? Woo!
It'd be
All
like that.
Local boy, Shady Side Academy.
Yeah, there you go.
You know what I mean?
Know what I mean?
Kansas City. Let's see here. Kansas City, they need wideouts. They need cornerbacks. They
The
need
fastest
defensive
guy
linemen.
left.
Who ran the 4.3?
Probably
Pick 'em.
Kyer Elam. Like
Oh,
they
that's,
need somebody for Travarius Ward.
That's Scooter's boy. Scooter's gonna announce that pick.
No, I thought he was doing like a later pick. I'm not sure.
Something, yeah, probably day 2.
Yep.
Day 2 or day 3
He's
pick.
He's going to select Scooter Magruder from Grown Man University. We know how this goes.
All right, so we can put them. They're definitely going to take a wideout. Penn State.
Jahan Dotson. That wouldn't be a bad pick.
Wouldn't be a bad pick.
What's funny is Scooter is like the most not person to go to
5'11".
I mean,
I thought
Scotty
he was
Moore's
taller.
5'11".
But he's still pretty good.
11 catches, 242, 3 scores against Maryland.
Merlin.
Was it? Are they playing basketball?
Something. And he's in Kansas City now. They got picked 30.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they got 2
So-
picks at the end of the snake draft.
Let's see here. Connor Thompson for $5 says, "Do you remember T.J. Duckett of Atlanta? He went to elementary school in Michigan. Yo, T.J. Duckett was a freaking beast at Michigan State.
He was.
That
He was
cat
good.
used to run people over. I remember we played him when I was at Purdue. I was like, yo, what does he got, like pig grease on him? Why does everybody keep falling off him like that? And then he got into the NFL. He had like one good year. They put him at like fullback. That was when they were like
Yeah.
Hybrid.
That was such a bad decision. Put him at running back.
It was like I think they had work done at the same time.
Yeah,
that's the
yeah,
only
that was
reason
the
why.
problem.
Did. Yeah,
that was the problem.
It did. Hey, Warwick Dunn.
Warwick Dunn is a
what
damn
nobody
good
says.
running back, though.
Warwick Dunn is a Hall of Fame running back, and he should. I mean, he's not in the Hall of Fame yet, is he?
I don't think so.
No.
No.
My God, he should be in the Hall of Fame.
It
was-
takes
that dude was
running
so
backs a
good.
while, unfortunately.
Hall of Fame guy.
Like
Yeah,
Fred
he was a
Taylor
Hall-
should be
Like
in
a
the
Hall of Fame
He's
guy. Yeah,
He would
this
just
dude
go out
buy houses
randomly.
for.
Oh,
He would buy houses for single parents every year.
Yeah,
every year he
I
would just
remember that, yeah.
buy houses for them. Crazy, but yeah, TJ Duckett was a beast though. I remember he was good. He was really good. Let's see here. So second pick on the clock. They're looking for wideout DBCB. I mean, you know, can't go bad with a cornerback. So Kyer Elam,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, give it to him.
a Gator.
Take that.
Yeah.
Now we got the Bangles. I think they've graduated from us being able to call them the Bungles anymore.
I feel
At least
sad
for-
about that.
Need some help in the trenches.
I kind of feel like Trevor Penning might be your pick.
They have to take a offensive lineman. Like
I mean, they have a good
Yeah,
offensive
yeah.
line, but like I feel like it's either that or a corner to replace Eli
but
Apple.
they just signed.
Bruh, their
a free
offensive
agent,
line
right?
is so bad. Their O-line is so bad.
I mean,
It's the reason they lost the Super Bowl.
oh yeah, like they should have never made it. I mean, Joe Burrow got destroyed. I mean, the Texans tied the record for most sacks in a playoff game.
Yeah,
I mean, they got to go with they
gotta go
have
up
to
front.
go
Titans, you mean?
interior.
Yeah.
They gotta
Yeah,
go
Titans.
guard.
Yeah,
I said
Huh?
I still think it's Penning here.
Penning?
Yeah.
where is he?
skip over.
Trevor Penning.
There, I just saw him.
Oh, UNI. Yeah.
Roll him at right
Trust no-
tackle.
Wouldn't trust no Northern Illinois cat. No, I know that.
I think we should trade out of this pick here.
Yeah. That would
Trade
be a
down
bad-
to the 33rd pick.
All right, so let's see here to finish off our first round mock.
This might be where Kenny Pickett goes.
Didn't they? Oh, they didn't
Yeah.
take one.
No, remember we
I
picked.
honestly
we
think
picked
that would be the
Hutchinson.
perfect. That would be perfect for them. Yeah, Pickett.
Do it.
Do
Do
it.
it.
Sam.
Boom.
Pick it.
Do it.
There you
Boom.
go.
We got it.
See what
Let's
they
give us
graded
a
it.
grade. Give us a grade, motherfuckers.
We.
Oh,
Ah,
we got a paper.
$199 a month. That's
Look at
that's a
you
rip
sons
off,
of
dude.
bitches.
Mike Florio, kiss my ass. I ain't paying you.
Let me see here. Let me zoom out.
No, Florio is Pro Football Talk.
Oh yeah, not PFF. Pro Football Talk.
PFT.
All right, so this is what I'll do. I'll put this. Whoops. I'll put this. What the hell?
Oh, just went into the ether. It's gone.
Uh-oh. We got to copy paste it.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead
We
and
got to roll back and
I'm
screenshot it.
sending this to 5 points. Oh, because what? Well, what's going on? Hold on, let me copy the image. I'm gonna send it to 5. Oh, damn it. Okay, hold on. There we go. All right, there we go. So let me send this to 5, and 5 can post this up because I'm in Twitter jail, folks.
Oh
The boy
yeah,
Uche done got
Elon
banned.
you already, huh? You didn't even.
Elon
wait.
done already took me out the game.
Nah,
I don't
man.
think it's
Did that
officially
happen
changed yet.
before the previous regime got you? Like,
Yeah, I mean, you need to petition Daddy Elon to reinstate you.
yeah,
Oh
be like,
shit!
hey,
It
free
won't
speech.
even let me fucking send it. It's because I'm locked
Really?
down. Yeah,
What did you do to get in Twitter jail? I've never been in Twitter jail.
I
and
called
I've been in-
somebody a hoe.
I've been
Oh,
in Twitter jail
yeah.
once, 24 hours.
just for calling him a hoe.
Yeah, they hit me for 7 days. I got 1 day left.
Yo, I
wow.
got banned.
That's
from
why your boy
Facebook.
been. That's why I've been quiet. Y'all ain't been seeing me over here
I
flexing
was
on
like,
cats.
what happened to Uche? Does he not like me anymore? I was like, what?
I got blocked by him on Twitter.
So I got banned from Facebook because in a private group, someone was talking about how it's 420, and I was like jokingly saying, "Oh, you mean HITLER's birthday?" And I got banned for 7 days from that
Damn.
shit.
In a private group.
Just for saying that. I was like, what the fuck?
That's pretty weak.
Okay,
That is
so
weak.
they won't even
Come
let
on,
me. Let me do
Zuckerberg.
this. Let me do this. See
Just
if
go to
you
your
can
damn
pull this
metaverse,
up off
baby.
yours. I'm sending this to you, 5. See if you can pull this up. I'm sending the link because that's all it'll let me send. Oh no, it starts over. Fuckers. All right, I'll we'll figure it out. I'll get the overall joint done here. God damn, some bullshit. Fucking Twitter. Fuck out of here.
Being in jail is the worst because I know that I hate Facebook and I hate everything that Zuckerberg is, and like he's just fucking trash. But every day I still, even though I'm banned, I still like get on the site. I'm just
like I can't even. I'm
like,
just over here just
all
flailing in the
conditioning.
fucking wind. So here's our. I guess this is our full draft assortment here for you guys to see, but we'll get that out on Twitter via 5 Points, Tree, and Justin.
Oh, you sent it in the.
I'm about to email it. I'm about to email it to Justin right now.
It.
Justin. Yeah, we're going to the rudimentary
This Twitter
shit
ban
now.
is real.
This Twitter ban has really fucked me up, guys.
You need a burner.
Really fucked me up.
You need a burner. You need Uche Nwaneri.
Send me a
burner account.
Yep. Kevin Durant's backup.
Send me the Raven. Just or some smoke signals or some shit. Man.
Shit, I'm gonna be on the top of the building just clapping the
The,
birds and shit.
Can of beans with a string coming out. Hey. Fax it to me.
Hey, what's your email address? 5? Or you don't, or just put it in the private chat.
Are we done with the show? Are we out?
No, not yet. Not yet.
I'm not gonna broadcast it here.
Oh, damn, that was almost
Yeah. My bad.
You're gonna get a bunch of porn ads.
Put it in the private chat.
One time my address appeared on stream and people started sending me shit.
Yeah, they sent you a bag of dicks. I
They
remember.
sent me a bag of dicks.
That was good.
It was never bad. But like, I got this baseball card here, and like,
Yeah, I mean, it's just a dumpster fire stream, so it was like you just got nice stuff.
Yeah.
Or gag gifts.
So those are all your people. They're gonna make sure you're good. They ain't gonna send you no
but
garbage.
they got somebody got Tom's address, and we're sending him pizzas and shit and DoorDash and like, shit he didn't order, and he was like, "What the fuck is going on?"
Yeah.
Like it was weird.
Dude,
and then
trying to
started
get
sending it to
attention.
his mom's house. Like it's fucked
God.
up. Yeah.
I mean, if you guys send me nothing but pizza, I will.
I won't be mad at that.
It's like really shitty pizza. It's just like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna get you like anchovy pizza with no cheese or no meat, like stupid shit.
I'll just get a PO
We'll be
box.
mad
for that
at
shit.
it. All right, everybody, that is gonna be it. That's our mock draft. We finished it. It's done. We'll be seeing what happens this weekend, obviously, as the NFL draft starts up. I actually got the date I was drafted on. Oh, shit. You probably can't see it because I don't know. On my arm. Fuck it. I can't. That's too much. Trying to twist my arm the right way. That shoulder hurts.
Right.
I was like, there goes the
labor.
date I was drafted on my forearm, which is 4/29/07. So
Nice.
it's going to be an anniversary. But we do appreciate y'all for being in here with us. Make sure you hit that like button if you haven't already done so. And subscribe and share this live stream out with your friends. Let them check out our Lineman Life Live podcast. Now, we will see you guys on Wednesday as we break down and list our top 10 offensive linemen of this year's draft. We've already watched the film. Now we're going to give you our top 10. Have it all set up for everybody. But once again, appreciate you guys for being in here. We will catch you all on the next one. Peace.
Peace.
Hair grease.